Drivers do a lot of things in addition to drive. I know you move vehicles around quite a bit, take vehicles to get them washed, actually wash vehicles, and other things as they come up. But we're going to be doing more in the future. Don't know exactly what yet, but homes are resource restrained. They're hurting for resources. So we're going to think of things that we might be able to do to help them out. When we do things, especially for other departments, we would like to get credit for it, of course. We'd like to get credit for it at a department level and also get credit for it as individuals. When we do something for another department, we want our management to know about it and also everyone else to know about it. So Tom Ellingson had a great idea, and that is, why don't we create a little app whereby when you do something extracurricular like that, you can record it, and it's there. We can track a history of it and know who's doing what and get credit for all of it. So it's a great idea. And so I've developed an app that is added to the driver menu. This, of course, is the little calendar you get when you log in as a driver. The driver menu, I've rearranged it a little bit so it looks different than it did, but it has a button here called TaskLog. TaskLog is the name of the app that I created, and I created it so that it could be used from here. Also, could just be used independently from an iPhone or something like that. So let me just go into it from an iPhone. Let me first log out here, so show you what happens if you try to use that app and you're not logged in. So I'll log out. Then I'll open a browser window, and the URL for this little app is just called TaskLog, TaskLog.org. So TaskLog.org. You key that into a browser, and on your phone, anywhere, don't need an iPad, and it asks you to log in to SC Trans. So I'll log in as myself, and that'll allow you to enter the app. Now I've got some tasks I've already done here, so I want to go through this and explain what this app is, how it works. It does quite a bit, so it might be a little lengthy video, but it's intended for you to enable you to track extracurricular activities that you do and get credit for it, and also enable our department to get credit for the things that we do to help other departments. So the area at the top is this little block to identify you. When you log in, of course, just put your user ID there. Then you can select the type of task that you want to execute or that you're going to execute. And let's just go ahead and create one so you can see how it works. So you just click on this, and it gives you a list of possible types of tasks. We can clear a sidewalk of ice or snow. We can fuel a vehicle for someone else. We can take a client on a med trip, or do an OGP pickup at Walmart for them, get their groceries and take them to the home. Those are all things that we might do for a home. That are possibilities. So let's select one of these. Let's just say an OGP pickup. And you see that it created this little entry here. I've got the pre-existing entries that are already created, but this one is created. It's repeated the OGP pickup as the task, and it recorded the date and time I started this task, and it's got a little completed button. If you click the completed button when the task is finished, it'll record, like it did on these other two, the date and time that it was completed. All right. So if it's for a home, you can the name of the home, just start keying it in, and you'll get a little drop down menu here. Let's just say St. We're going to do a OGB pickup at St. John, and this is for any notes that you want to make to yourself or preserve for posterity. Any information, doesn't have to be anything here, but if something is appropriate to type in here, go in and type it. So I'll just put this as a note for posterity. All right. All right, and that's it. And then we do the task, and then when we're complete with the task, we click the complete button, and it'll record the date and time completed and the number of minutes it took. All right. Now, if you create this task and you got the wrong date and time, something like that, you can just click on any one of these dates and it brings up a panel where you can change the date and the time. So whatever you want to change it to, whatever is the right values, you can change it if you make a mistake. Of course, if you didn't do it, you ended up not doing it, or you made a mistake, want to start over, you can click the delete button, and it'll confirm the delete, and it'll go ahead and delete it, and it's gone now. Also, when it comes to these tasks, across time, we don't know what it's going to be. We're starting with these 4 maybe as a starting place, but if you're going to do a task that isn't in the list, you can just click the pencil, and it'll bring up click the pencil, and it'll bring up the entire table, and you can add additional tasks. I'll just put another thing there. So I'm going to do another thing. And it's added to the table. Just click done when we're finished, and then if we try to add them again, it'll be there. See, we got it. Another thing right here. So we're going to do another thing. Another note. And when we're done, we click complete. And we did it for wherever we did it for. Maybe we did it for Sandom. Okay. All right. There we go. So that's that. And they'll stay there forever. And it's got buttons up here that you can click to select the number of days history you want to look at. It defaults to 7, so it'll just pull up the 7 days history of tasks you've completed. All right, so that's it for the task. We can also do something else, and that is I wanted to have a way for you guys to enter tips or tricks or suggestions, something like that. We got our one-on-one meetings and our survey we did. Brought about a lot of good ideas, interesting things to think about, and I wanted to be able to do that, or used to be able to do that on a continuing basis. So I put in like a suggestion box. You just click on this. They're both embedded in the same app. You did not have to use 2 different apps for this kind of thing. So if you got any ideas about things, you can click this, and it comes up with a little pop-up. And same as the task, really. You can add a new one and delete or modify existing ones, that kind of thing. But there's some that I put in. There's one that I put in, all 3 today, I guess. I suggest actually Tom suggested we create a small app that will enable us to make helpful suggestions like this. Well, it might be something like a tip or a trick. I know things that I have started doing that I wasn't really taught. One example is the little mirror, the driver's rearview mirror, not the client mirror, the big one, but the little one that's attached to the windshield, that rearview mirror. When I'm driving a shuttle, I usually have that thing pointed at the lower glass in the rear door. That way I can quickly glance and see if there's a vehicle behind me. You guys might do that just intuitively. I don't know, but I didn't. I just had to figure that out. And that would be like a tip you could put in here. So if there's things that you do that you figured out through experience that you think other drivers might want to know about, just come in here and create a little entry for a tip or trick or any kind of suggestion about anything. It doesn't have to be driving. Anything to do with our department. You can go in here and create a little suggestion too. And this will stay forever. This isn't just for a particular driver. This is a list of all tips, so you can anytime go in and look and see what tips other people are putting in. So and that just of course it works this way. You just click the plus sign and enter in your tip or trick and or suggestion, and that's it. That's all it is. All there is to it. You can close it to get out of it, or get back in, and it'll just relist all of them. So at any time you can go and look without even entering one. You can go look and see any suggestions that other people have entered. So I'm hoping this will be a useful. Um, and this is a pop-up, so you can click the close button or just click somewhere outside the pop-up and it'll go away. So I'm hoping both of these will be helpful and useful across time. So for you to track things that you've done and also to provide suggestions and tips for other drivers to do things. So, okay, that's all. Thank you.